and welcome back, dear students. Today's video we will have a very short revision from the chapter 1 section A, interchange of sentences. We have discussed many types of interchange of sentences. Today we will quickly revise how we can interchange affirmative sentences to negative. Affirmative means positive sentences, or they are also called assertive sentences, and vice versa. We have already discussed in proper and detailed way. Let's try to revise with a few important rules. The rule number 1, that's the most basic. It says that when we are converting an affirmative sentence into negative, you have to put the negative form of the affirmative word, that is opposite word, in that sentence, and we have to put not before the opposite word. That's a basic rule. Let's find out with the help of given example. Affirmative sentence is he is a good man. In this sentence we have an adjective, that is a good, and the sentence is affirmative. In order to make it negative, we need to use the opposite form of the given adjective, and plus we need to add not to make it negative. So the negative sentence will be he is not a bad man. Second example for better understanding. Rakib is an honest boy. Honest is an adjective, so we can add not and the opposite of adjective, that is dishonest. So the answer is Rakib is not a dishonest boy. So first rule says that adjectives are given, then basically we need to make the opposite form of adjective and not to make the negative sentence. That's the first rule. Let's study. Rule number 2. It says when the positive sentence or affirmative sentence begins with only or alone, we need to use none but phrase in order to make it negative sentence. And while doing so, we should never try to change other part of the sentence, and also the meaning should be same. Look at, for the better understanding, the given examples. Alone he can play cricket. Here the affirmative sentence begins with alone. We need to remove and use none but in order to make negative. So the answer is none but he can play good cricket. Next example, only they can do the work. Here we can remove the word only and use none but. None but they can do the work. This is the very simple rule that can be applied in positive to negative sentence. Let's take a look at rule. If you want to make the affirmative sentences into negative that contains always, then we should use never plus the opposite of the given adverb in the sentence to make it negative. Here the sentences will give you more idea. Affirmative sentence, he was always punctual. Always punctual. Negative sentence, he was never late. For always, we should use never in negative, punctuals opposite late. Next example, I always tell the truth. Negative sentence, I never tell lie. So here we are not only trying to change the structure, but one thing you should try to clearly focus, that's what you are not supposed to change the meaning of the sentence. Next, on rule number 4. Sometimes the affirmative sentences that begin with the phrase just like as soon as can be converted in negative. For that, we need to replace it with no sooner. But while replacing with the no sooner, we can use did plus v1 form or had plus v3 form of the main verb and rest of the part of the sentence. Now, when there are two sentences or two clauses connecting or having in the sentence, that timing we need to join these two clauses with the word than, and then we can make the sentence negative. Let's take a look at with the help of given solved example. Affirmative sentence: as soon as he saw the tiger, he ran away. It's a positive sentence. While making negative, we can begin with no sooner. It should be noted that whenever the sentence begins with as soon as, we can definitely use no sooner in order to make it negative. Now, while applying no sooner, we can use did and had to. Look at the changes and note it down. No sooner did he see the tiger. Here the first clause over, we have to use the conjunction that, than he ran away. Or the same sentence we can rewrite: no sooner had he seen the tiger than he ran away. For the better understanding, look at on second example. Second example given in negative, that is, no sooner did the boy see the police than he ran away. And in affirmative sentence, we can make it by replacing as soon as. As soon as the boy saw the police, he ran away. Look at the changes we have done while using the phrase as soon as in affirmative sentence. We need to remove the word than, and in place of that we need to use comma, and basically we need to remove the auxiliaries or helping verbs from the sentences. And this is how the rule number 4 we should apply in a proper way. And now 5. Sentence containing T2. This same sentence we can rewrite in negative. For that, we can use the structure so dot dot that. While applying that, these are some of the common changes you should make it. Let's study how and what changes we should make it. Remove first two that is given in the sentence, and in place of that we need to add so. After that we need to add adjective or adverb as it is given in the sentence. Then we need to remove next two. After that add the conjunction that, then use the subject according to the sentence. Then according to the tense use cannot or could not, and rest all the part of the sentence as it is. But this is a basic rule we need to apply, but it doesn't mean that we need to follow the same and exact rule for all the sentences containing with the T2. Necessary changes we should make it according to the sentences used. Look at for the better understanding given examples. First sentence, affirmative sentence: he is too weak to walk. That's a positive sentence or affirmative sentence. While converting in negative, we can replace it with the so dot dot that. Look at the changes that we should make it. In negative, it becomes he is so weak that he cannot walk. And next sentence, the sum was too difficult for me to work out. The sum was so difficult for me that it could not work out. So these are some of the basic rules we have discussed while converting the sentences from negative to affirmative or affirmative to negative. Hopefully this will work out a lot and you will definitely learn in a proper way, and you will try to apply the rules that we have discussed. These are the few rules we have revised in a better way. That's all for today's session. Best of luck for your exam. Try to practice according to the structures and the formulas we have studied throughout this. Thanks a lot for watching. See you soon. Take care.